And so I told you she's from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is around that time, even though I was going through all the stuff I was going through, at that time I was posting on Instagram. I would post at that time you could post 15-second videos.
Yeah.
So I would get on there and I would drop a scripture.
Okay.
Or I would drop, I would post a video about like, hey, even though you're going through something right now, there's a direct connection between what you're going through and where you're going in life, and God's got you. Like, it's funny. I was going through so much, but I was still ministering to everybody else on Instagram. And so her mom went through all those videos, and her mom fell in love with me, right? And yeah, I think that October, her parents actually flew me out to Nova Scotia. I ain't had no money.
You got flew out by the parents?
Flown out by the parents.
Oh
right?
my God.
They flew me out. What's crazy is I ain't had no passport. And I ain't had no passport. I ain't had nothing.
Right.
They bought the passport. They bought the flights. And if you know anything about Canadians are the nicest people on the planet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
And when I got there, they treated me like a king. Okay. And they, what's funny is like, I fell more in love with her because of her family.
Right.
Like her parents were in such alignment and lockstep with one another. And I had never seen Black love portrayed in that way. I was like, man, this is
especially
beautiful.
with your upbringing.
Especially with my upbringing.
Yeah.
Like this is exactly what I want to model my relationship after. Like this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I had a big, beautiful home, had a place on the lake. Her dad served 30 years in the military. She had a little sister. They were, doing great things, right? And they didn't care that I was broke, busted, and disgusted. They were just like, we see potential in you, and she saw potential in me, right? And so yeah, man,
Bruh.
we locked it in.
Bro, you got flew out by the parents.
Flown out by the parents, bro. It don't stop there either.
Yo.
Yeah, I got flown out by the parents.
So how, I can just, how old were you at that time?
At that time, let me see, this is 2014. At that time, I was 19 years old.
19 years old. You getting flown out. Y'all were y'all together? Yeah.
Man, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, I guess. We were dating, yeah.
Okay.
We were dating.
I was just going to tell you, bro, normally you only need like one parent. Normally.
Right, exactly.
As long as you got one,
on your
they
side.
can work on the other one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Over time.
Both of them, bro.
Man, I have both of them. Dude, I have
brother.
Oh, man.
Brother.
Yeah.
Post those scriptures, bro.
He said, post those scriptures. Yeah.
Post those
Dude, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man.
That's fire, bro.
It was amazing. And, they, eventually they made me feel so comfortable enough to open up to them about some of my struggles and some of the things I was going through at that time, and there was no judgment. There was none of that. They were they were quite literally on some, how can I help you? Yeah. Because it's funny, like I was dating a girl in high school and, we were locked in. Like it was going really well. Like I thought I was going to be with this girl. We went to the same church. Yeah. We went to separate schools, but it was only a couple blocks away from each other. We saw each other often. Like everything was we go to Bible study together. We do all this stuff together. And then, I remember like my senior year, her parents sat her down and told her like, Durelle's a good kid. Like we love him, but like he has a single parent at home. Like he, we don't know what direction in life he going in. And so she told me, she's like, my dad and my mom doesn't want me to be with you because they think like you being raised by your mom is not like good for me. And I was like, I was so thrown, like, what? Like, what they got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And so for her family to see me for who I am and to appreciate, the potential that was there. Yeah. It was everything for me.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not just her parents, she did as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were obviously just like infatuated with each other. Yeah. But the reason I'm harping on her parents is because like I never got that validation as a kid from parental figures at all. Right. So to get it from her parents was amazing.
Big, bro.
Yeah. Man,
I love, bro. I love it, bro. Yeah. I love it, bro. I really do. Like I said, bro, I love, bro. You got me in here just like really, really happy for y'all and what y'all got going on, man. I'm really inspired by your story, bro. I want to ask you, What do you feel like, because obviously you talked about being broke and like not really having it together and all that kind of stuff. What financial habit do you feel like really changed your life the most? What did you have to start doing to get to the point that you are at now?
Yeah. So I kind of gotta give a backstory to that. So when I joined the military, that was the first time I had ever made any of my own money. Right. So I didn't know anything about financial management.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about how to invest, how to save. I didn't know anything about high yield savings. I didn't know anything about, emergency savings, anything about any of that stuff. I just knew that the way I grew up is we just need enough money to pay the bills.
Yeah.
If we have enough money to pay the bills, we can survive.
Right.
And my thought process once I started making money is like, we need to save as much as possible, or else we're going to be out on the streets. We're going to end up in a hotel. We're in a motel. Like, I was very, very, very conscious about our spending.
Yeah.
And that's because I never in my life wanted to go through again what I had to go through as a kid. Being in the mindset of like, we'll probably end up on the street one day. Because I was still thinking that, even though like I was getting paid really well, I was thinking to myself, I have to like save and hold on to this money or we're going to lose it. Something's going to happen. Like, we're going to lose, they're going to come and take our apartment, take the cars. Like, I just, and that forced me to study and that forced me to learn about money. And the first book I read was, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by, Samet Reed. I forget his name at the moment, but it was like, I will teach you to be rich. And I knew it wasn't about teaching me how to be rich. He was teaching you how to live your rich life, which is how to manage your finances so that you can live the life that you want to live.
Right.
And in that book, I learned the principles of investing. I learned how to save. I learned how to structure my money. I learned a zero balance sum. I learned all those things and I started to put them into practice. And that was around like 21 or 22 years old, just as we were getting married. And it pretty much, gave me the structure on how we were going to structure our finances during that time. Yeah.
Sometimes I know you feel like you ain't got nobody to speak to. Shoulder to lean on somebody you could preach to. No, you need to hear it, my brother.